My name is Flordalis Espinal. I am a photographer and I'm the founder of Girls Who Shoot. So I'm actually working on my first photo book. It's called Golden. I wanted to highlight expression and culture through gold. For today's shoot, I wanted to highlight myself like dripping in gold. I wanted to show the duality of myself. Like, so the first outfit was like pretty laid back, chill, how I usually am. And then the second outfit was just more like extravagant, like trying to emulate Diana Ross. And yeah, I kind of want to just show both sides to me and like how I feel internally. Outside is like, I'd be like, I'm modest, like I'm chill, like I'm always chill. I try not to like do too much, but internally, like I know I'm that bitch, like I know, like you don't gotta tell me. I kind of draw inspiration from like 90s, 2000s. I'm a 90s baby, so I have a lot of inspiration from hip hop, the Bronx, and just the culture here. And I draw a lot of inspiration from my sister. I wanted to be like her when I was younger, like wearing crop tops and bamboo earrings and listening to R&B. And I draw inspiration from that, from like my life, from my hood. And the people in it, the community. And I just try to think of moments that actually happen rather than like scrolling through Instagram trying to find inspiration. I try to find it just within moments that have already happened, and I try to recreate them in some way. Majority of my subjects are people from the community. Like it's not like it's someone trying to become this character or something. And I feel like when it comes to like big brands, like they try to like bring out a character in a person rather than just appreciating people that are actually from the culture, people that come from the community. They try to bring out this character of people that are not even from the community. So that's where I try to highlight people from the block, like not someone that is like modeling on Instagram, but like rather like bring out the beauty of someone that I know personally. The most memorable photograph for me would have to be a double exposure that I took of my grandmother with my mom and brother dancing. So in the photo, you can see my grandma's face. It was on her birthday and she had like this little crown on. And you can also see in the photo, since it's a double exposure, you could see my mom and brother dancing like in the photo. So it's such a beautiful photo. It's such a beautiful photo because fuck. Okay, so it's such a beautiful photo to me because my grandma has dementia. So I feel like I'm preserving that memory for her. Last time I was in DR, I actually found a camera, a really old camera, this model that I've never heard of. And it made me wonder like if she's ever like tapped into photography. And I like to like think that maybe she did, and I'm like kind of like living this dream for her. Girls Who Shoot is a by women for women organization that I started last year. I was at a point in my life where I was seeking like sisterhood. I found that in a friend who's also a photographer as well. And we went on a photo walk in the Bronx, and It was really dope, and I just thought that other women should experience that. I started with a girls only photo walk. From there, we've been doing workshops, events, and it's been really dope just to see women come together and create together. And I always, I try to give back. Through Girls Who Shoot, I'm able to balance that out. Like, of course, yeah, I still have to make my money, but through freelancing, but I try to choose work that aligns with me always. I'm not just taking something to make some bread. The work that I take always has to align with me and always has to highlight the community in some type of way. I actually started off with my iPhone, and I was one of those people that would like be walking around with the iPhone doing photo walks and like doing photo meetups with the iPhone. And that was like around when like Instagram first started, like 2011, 2012. And then I got my first digital camera maybe a year later, and I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I would treat it like a point and shoot. I would put it on auto everything, and like treat it like a point and shoot. Then I stopped doing photography for a few years. I was in school, I was trying to become a therapist. Then when I got back into photography, I chose to like go with film. So I bought a medium format camera, Yashica A, not knowing like what type of camera I should get. I was just like, oh, I found it on Depop and bought it. I started hitting people up that I thought looked cool on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I want to take your picture. I fucked up a lot of roles, but then I ended up like really enjoying it and enjoying the whole process of it. And I taught myself how to develop. And then from there, my boyfriend was like really invested in what I was doing too. So like he helped me buy like my dream camera, which is the Mamiya RZ. And from there, like I would take more portraits and people started noticing my work, and it's been cool because now people hit me up and like I'm able to do this full time. I feel like me studying psychology, is like, it's such a good base to have, because once you understand like the mind, you kind of understand how people work. So I feel like that has allowed me to be able to read people in a different way. And like there's certain just quirks that people have that like I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I want to be able to highlight that, and maybe they don't notice it, but I'm like, that's dope. Like we should capture that on camera. Whether it's like just their personality or like, or like the way they dress is just something unique about them that I'm like, that should be preserved. Like that should be, people need to see you in this way. One collaboration I'm most proud of was a visual story that I did for Latina magazine. It was with Sheni and her best friend Larissa. Sheni is Dominican and Larissa is Haitian. So it was basically a visual story of Sisters by Water. I think being from the Bronx has allowed me to find beauty in everything, because like the Bronx, we got a bad rep. Like people don't want to come here because it's dirty or whatever, and it's just like we're like the least gentrified borough, so a lot of things are older. So I think people are not used to that when they come here, but I've been able, since I spent most of my life here, I've been able to find beauty in the grittiness of it, in the people. And I think that that's what separates me from other photographers in New York City, is like just being able to find that beauty and also have that duality of like the grittiness with a beautiful subject. I haven't done self-portraits in a minute until today, of course. So like I really wanted to like do something that I've never done, which is like get my makeup done and just go all out for myself, because I feel like I deserve it. And also, like, it's out of my comfort zone to like do something so like extravagant and like have a dress on in front of people and be perceived. Like, that's always weird. I don't know, I guess it's the Sag and the Capricorn is always like, there's always like an internal battle of like I don't want to really be known. Like, I just want to be as like real as possible, like to myself. Like, it's not even about like other people, it's about me knowing that like I've lived my truth and I did everything that I wanted to do as far as in like creating. Like, I never like strayed from that. I could be remembered for my work, I could be remembered by what I put out into the world, I could be remembered for the memories that people have with me or shared with me, my family. I don't ever want to be like on this pedestal or anything. Like, I feel like that's kind of, I don't know, bullshit. People can find my work at my website, flordalis.com, or on Instagram at Flordalis. You can also follow Girls Who Shoot. That's at Girls Who Shoot _. Projects I have coming up, I'm working on my first photo book. That will also be my first solo exhibition. Sometime, I want to say late 2023, early 2024, but you know, it's a work in progress. Thank you.